tell me if this is you. You've got a side hustle, you've got a main gig, you're a full-time business owner. Maybe you're making several six figures, or maybe you're making just a few £1,000s per year. You're running, but you don't feel confident about the business finances. Maybe you've got months of highs and months of lows, and you're awfully stressed because the finances are not adding up. You just can't seem to get a good grip of them. Well, this video is for you. I'm going to cover 3 core areas that you should definitely be paying attention to help you optimize your finances. My name is Krystle, and I'm the founder of a company called Mind Over Money, a finance and behavioural change company where I help people like you get really confident and competent with your business finances so you can unblock, uncover, and upgrade your financial situation. Let's dive into this video where I cover those 3 points and leave you with some tools and tips that you can implement straight away. Now, this first point I talk about all the time with every founder that I work with. This is one area that we definitely look at. It's crucial. If you don't have it sorted, you're likely to fail. And that's managing your cash flow. You need to manage the money flowing in and out of your business. If you don't, let's imagine the scene. If you don't have enough money in your bank to pay the bills that you have to pay every single month, such as your rent, your electricity bill, maybe you have staff working with you. If you don't have enough money to pay those bills every single month, you will fail. Now, there's some tips and tricks and tools and so much you can do to upgrade your finances and not be worrying month to month what your financial cash situation will be like. May I add as well, really having a good grip of your cash flow is what's going to help ensure your business grows. Now, let me give you an example. Say you come across a business opportunity, maybe a project, a collaboration, something you could do that will really see your business grow in revenue and profit like that. Not knowing whether you have the cash to actually do this thing, what are you going to do? You're either going to do the thing and find yourself with no money after however many months or weeks, or you're clear about how much cash you've got flowing in and out of your business, and you know exactly when is a good time to say, go, green light, let's do the project. Now, here are some tips to help you optimize your cash flow. Now, the first, which might not sound very exciting, but I'll give you 2 variants of it. The first is basically building a cash flow forecast. Now, it sounds very complicated, but all you're doing is actually paying attention to the cash flowing in and out of your business using a tool. You can either use an Excel spreadsheet or Google Sheets, and I have a model that I can share with you to do that. That's the most straightforward way of doing it. There are also tech solutions, cloud-based solutions that you can do a cash flow forecast with as well, such as your accounting software, say. Now, what that's going to allow you to do is sit down, say, once a month, once a week, and think about how much money, cash, you've got coming into the business and how much you've got leaving. And then you can make wiser decisions about, okay, actually, cash is going to be a bit low next week or next month. I'm not going to buy fill in the blank, machine, whatever it may be. Let me give you some more tips. What you can do, and often founders feel really uncomfortable about this, but you can send invoice reminders. So say you work with a company, organization, and they are on 30-day payment terms, for example. You're not going to get paid immediately. What you can do, say on week 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter, is you can send a polite email with a copy of their statement or the invoice and say, hey, just reminding you, this is your outstanding invoice due XYZ date in the future. So everybody knows that they're not late in paying their invoice, but you're reminding them. Now, I used to work in finance departments and I was responsible for paying suppliers at one point in my life. And having that reminder just brings that invoice to the top of the pile. Often we forget, things can get lost in translation. Also, a side note, and this is a bonus, make sure you foster a positive relationship with the finance teams. Make them feel good. They will remember you positively and make the effort to pay your invoice on time. Now, another tip, which should be done after you've done a bit of work to calculate to make sure this is a viable option for you, is to offer an incentive for early payment. Now, what that basically means is you send the invoice, say it's £1,000 due in 30 days, but maybe you'll say to them, you can pay £950 off if they pay within the next 3 days. You're giving them an incentive to pay immediately or sooner because they're going to get a discount. Again, only do this if you've done the work to make sure that being paid £50 less, for example, makes sense for you and your business. Now, this final tip I'm going to give you about cash flow management makes a lot of people uncomfortable. you can actually add interest to late payments. So on your invoice, as you send it to the client, at the bottom you have a description that says, I will charge you invoice at X rate if you are late in paying your invoice. You're allowed to do that. Legally, I'll pop a link in the bottom that provides a bit more information about this, and maybe I'll expand on another video. But you're fully entitled to charge your client interest if they are paying their invoices late. And what you're doing here is you're letting them know that that is your policy, and that's what you will do if they are late. And that will deter them from delaying paying you. Now I'm going to move on to point number 2, which I think actually should have been point number 1, because this point I think is so transformational when it comes to your business. It's all about data. Now, data is crucial in terms of giving you the information you need to make those real darn smart decisions. Think about it. You're operating a business, you're, selling things, you're buying things. Ideally, you're collecting that data, whether you're using accounting software or not, it doesn't matter. The point is, say you're collecting that data. You know where your customers come from. You know what product they tend to be buying. You know what time of year, fill in the blank, product is bought most frequently. You have all this crucial information that gives you fuel and the knowledge to be able to make smarter decisions going forward. So, say you look at your data and see that actually in the month of, say, June to September, this dressing gown, not sure why dressing gown is chosen, tends to be bought the most in this part of the town or in this part of the UK, whatever it may be. You can then capitalize on that information. Going forward, maybe you'll invest some money into a marketing campaign in that period of the year for that specific area in the UK, and watch your income and your profits soar. Using data is a game changer when it comes to you growing your business, and it should be fostered and used by every single organization. Alongside information such as which products or services are being sold the most, where they're being sold, when they're being sold, demographic of the customer, etc., there are more internal bits of data that are really useful, such as profit margin. Now, this tells you how well you're utilizing your revenue to generate a profit. Remember, there are 2 profits. There are net and gross profit. And the difference between them is whether you are including overhead costs, so general costs for the business, such as running the office, compared to costs directly related to the sale of the product, such as the materials for the thing that you're selling. Now, both of those profit margins, net profit or gross profit, give you a different story about how well you are generating a profit off of that piece of revenue. Now, tracking this is going to give you so much data in terms of understanding how well your business is performing. And of course, if you're looking to go about getting investment, this information here is crucial. The same conclusion can be made about revenue growth rate. So this is you looking at, say, month on month, how much your revenue is growing. Again, crucial information in terms of making business decisions and informing investors of how your business is performing. Finally, return on investment is also very crucial. So going back to that example earlier when we're talking about investing in, say, a marketing campaign during the summer months to get more customers to buy more dressing gowns, you are going to invest an amount of money into that marketing. Say it's £10,000. What you want to be able to track and measure is your return on that investment. So you spending that £10,000 to generate more sales, how much money did you make back off the back of you investing in that? Again, crucial information that's going to help you make decisions next time. Say next year comes round, you can then analyze and see, was that a good decision? Did me spending that money in that particular area bring about the results that we anticipated? Now, to be clear, what we're doing here is leveraging data to make strategic decisions. It is crucial. Find a way to ensure you are collecting data on your business, and you sit down every month or every quarter and analyze that data. Then make well-informed decisions about what you're going to do for the next month or quarter. Now, this point I think is very important. We're in a time where technology is crazily on a rise. Every day there are new solutions being created. There is no excuse for you to be wasting time doing tasks that are not adding to your bottom line. Bottom line basically means profit. Now, for example, this would be you not manually typing an email address from one system to another system. Ideally, you'd use technology that links those 2 systems together and doesn't need a human to be involved. There are so many tech and AI solutions available for you to reduce the human time spent getting work done. Let me give you some examples. Standard operating procedures. Usually there'll be a bunch of SOPs created for a human to go in and follow the procedure and do the thing. They're crucial. They're needed in every business. But the creation of these SOPs take a bit of time, right? There is technology you can use to help speed up that process. For example, you could use Loom and ChatGPT. Record a video of the process being completed. Take the script, the audio script, pop that into ChatGPT and request for it to create an SOP off the back of the script. 5 minutes. And now a fully fledged Word document will be created that can be the SOP. For example, let's try another one. Pick your CRM, customer relationship management system, and consider you have brought on a new client and you need to onboard them. The process to onboard them might involve several other bits of technology. Use Zapier to connect your CRM to those other bits of technology so that customer, their data and their information can be transferred and they can receive the emails they need. They can receive the access to the software they need without your human involvement. Again, saving so much time. Now, switching over to things such as social media and posting, consider Zapier again to automate that process, or other apps that allow you to schedule content. Now, friends, I've run through a lot there. I'm going to quickly recap. 3 main points. 1, cash flow. Optimize your cash flow by paying attention and try some of those tips I suggested earlier. Use data. Track the data, the performance, the activity within your business to make well-informed decisions. And finally, use technology to reduce time spent on non-bottom line improving activities. Now, as I promised, down the bottom, I'll show a link to a cash flow forecast and a short series of videos to help you design your cash flow forecast and build a model for yourself. It's crucial. It will help ensure that you don't crash and burn. Like I said, it's one of the top reasons why businesses fail. I hope you found that useful. Feel free to hit subscribe and check out some of my other videos, and I will see you next time.